What's up, MTG Arena fans? I'm Mason Ortiz, and this is my channel, MTG Budget Brew. My goal is to provide fun and interesting decks on a budget, and to make my decks budgets, I limit myself by only using a total of 4 rare/mythic cards in a deck, so a playset's worth. And today is a special day, because today is the release day for Shadows over Innistrad Remastered, as well as Shadows of the Past, which is a special collection of 76 cards that you can randomly collect from within your Innistrad packs. I didn't even know about these until today. But yeah, as you open packs, you'll notice that some cards have a different set symbol, which is how I found out about them. The Shadows of the Past cards are supposed to be similar to like Strixhaven's Mystical Archive cards and the Retro Frame artifacts from the Brothers' War. So that's neat. But anyway, today we have one goal and one goal only. We're going to get ourselves a Brisela, Voice of Nightmares. A 9/10 Eldrazi Angel, flying, first strike, vigilance, and lifelink that also says your opponents can't cast spells with CMC 3 or less. Isn't she just lovely? The artist for the card is Clint Searly? I think Searly. So shout out to him, and as you might have guessed, he was also the artist for the other halves, which are going to be our 4 rares for the deck. We are running 3 copies of Gisela the Broken Blade, 2 and 2 white for a 4/3 Angel Horror with flying, first strike, and lifelink that says, at the beginning of your end step, if you both own and control Gisela the Broken Blade and a creature named Bruna the Fading Light, exile them, then meld them into Brisela, Voice of Nightmares. I decided to only run 1 copy of Bruna, but 3 Giselas, for 2 reasons. Not only is Bruna a 7-drop, so we don't want to see multiple copies of it in our hand, but also, it actually allows us to run more Giselas. Because if we play out a Gisela in the early game and it dies, whenever we cast Bruna, it'll just bring Gisela back from a graveyard to the battlefield. So it's perfect. There's no need to run more of them. So to help us reach the 7 lands we need for Bruna, we're running Ambitious Farmhand and the Birth of Meletis because both allow us to put a plains from our library into our hand. After that, we've got some draw with Revitalize, Spirited Companion, and Inspiring Overseer as well. In a similar vein, we've got a card that I am super stoked to show you guys because I don't see it a lot, and it's perfect for a deck. It's Board the Weatherlight, 1 and a white for a sorcery that says, look at the top 5 cards of your library, you may reveal a historic card from among them and put it into your hand, with the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I've never seen this card before, and it's exactly what I was looking for, because I wanted a good way to dig for Bruna, and this is perfect, because historic spells are artifacts, sagas, and legendary cards. So right now, Board the Weatherlight can hit our combo pieces, as well as the Birth of Meletis, but I wanted another option to hit so that we can just get a little more value from the card. So I added 2 copies of Rasaad, Monk of Selûne? I don't know. It's 2 and a white for a 2/2 human monk with specialized 5 and says, when Rasaad, Monk of Selûne, enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until this creature leaves the battlefield. When this creature specializes, target creature card exiled with this creature perpetually loses all abilities and has base power and toughness 1/1. So yeah, it's basically a Brutal Cathar, which sees a ton of play in Standard right now, so it seems like a good addition. But it's legendary, so our Board of Weatherlight can hit it. Taking a little more inspiration from Standard, I've added Lay Down Arms as our main removal spell for the deck. This is my first time using it in a deck, but it does seem really strong because we're going to have a lot of plains on the field, right? That's kind of what we're trying to do in our early game, build up a ton of plains so that way we can cast Bruna on curve. Lastly, we have Loran's Escape, just as a little bit of protection for our combo pieces, and I'm running a simple 24 plains for our mana base. Today I'll have some bonus footage for you guys because I really wanted to show Brisela in the intro match, but sadly, the deck was too good and I kept getting wins without it. So I've got some extra footage. I actually managed to meld on my first try during my stream earlier today, which was dope because it was the last match that I played. As you can see though, I did manage to record another game where we melded, and it was actually with the help of our opponent. They cast a Time Twister, which put Bruna directly into our hand while we already had Gisela out on the field, so that was really nice of them. But now let's hop into some live matches and see if we can do it again. Alright guys, here we are going into our first live match, and I want to make the same deal with you that I made in the last video. If I win game number 1, you guys will give this video a like, and if I lose it, you guys can feel free to give me a dislike. So I'm going to pull up the deck stats right now so that we can see right after this match whether or not, you know, this is actually the first live match, so I can prove it if Untapped will work with me. Alright, here's the deck list. We're currently 4-4. We have an even win rate, 50%. All right, so let's see if we can win game number 1. Already have a Bruna in hand. That's really, really good. Opening hand is looking phenomenal. Very lucky. That's good. You guys want to see Cookie? I know you want to see Cookie. Come here, Cookie. Come here, baby girl. Come here. We're going to win game 1, aren't we? Yes, we are. Ah, God, she shocked me. Dude, I don't know what it is, but when she has been getting up recently and, like, yeah, just getting up on me. Dude, I get shocked through my earbud. Have you ever been shocked in your ear? It is the most uncomfortable thing I have ever felt, and I don't know how to stop it because I literally poked her first to try and get the shock to, like, disperse. But just now when she got up, I still felt it, and that was horrible. Oh God, you guys don't get to see Cookie anymore. Cookie's now banned from when I play. It's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever experienced. Have you been shocked in the ear? Getting shocked already doesn't feel good. The ear, deep in the ear. It's horrible, dude. I'm going to end up with brain damage because of it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed brain damage. Alright, we're going to cast Spirit Companion here. I think our opponent has a Poison in the Cup. That's a little bit scary. Ooh, double Board the Weatherlight. Come on, baby. Show me Gisela. Okay, no Gisela, but we got options. I can grab a Rasaad or the Birth of Meletis. It's tough. It's tough. Rasaad is good for removal. I don't know what our opponent's really playing. They might have a Shieldred. They're probably a mono black deck with, you know, this Waste Not here. That's a Poison in the Cup that they're holding up. I would almost guarantee it. I think I'm still going to pick Rasaad. I think removal is the right play. I was considering the Birth of Meletis because we're at 5 planes and we're going to need 2 more. But I think we can find them in a reasonable amount of time. Because we still have Inspiring Overseer. That's an additional draw. I thought, okay. I thought they were going to get to pick what we discard. That would have really sucked. We'll get rid of this. And the planes. Okay. Well, it wasn't a Poison in the Cup, so that means that we should have less to fear when we get out Brisela. We shouldn't be too worried about a Poison in the Cup. It makes sense that it would be a Skull Raid, though. I wasn't even thinking about their Waste Not. Discard a card. Inspiring Overseer, I guess. Dude, if we have to discard this Bruna, I'm going to be super pissed. We're going to Ambitious Farmhand. This is going to shuffle our deck, which kind of sucks. In fact, I probably should have gone with Board the Weatherlight first. We're going to Board the Weatherlight. We whiff. That sucks. We need to not discard Bruna. Like, we really need to not discard Bruna. I don't even know why I just swung out there. That was not a smart move. Not really. Dude, it's the brain damage. It's the getting shocked in the brain. And also, our opponent is, he's messing with me. Bro, you're lying. We're going to lose Bruna. We have no way to get Bruna back. Oh my God. And because I can't hold on to a land, I won't be able to cast Bruna. Dude, this is so AIDS. Already, game 1. This is not looking good. Dude, I would like to eventually win one of these first games. Turgid. Of course it's a Turgid. Why would it not be a Turgid? Okay, they only have 1. Lose the Farmhand. Dude, this is so AIDS. I'm never going to be able to cast another land and Bruna. And we have nothing to get rid of this Houndoom. And they're just going to start stealing our stuff. Bro, if they steal our Bruna, I'm conceding. I don't even care. Yeah, I will take it. This is definitely a salty match. See, if I find Gisela here, like, it wouldn't matter. Rasaad? Like, I could play Rasaad and get rid of the Turgid. But then I have to discard Bruna. I guess we give up on Brisela. It just is not happening. Bro, that's so AIDS. But at least they don't get our Bruna, so I don't concede. Even though we're not going to be able to win, and we're not going to get Brisela out. Jesus. Get rid of Sunscourge Champion, because we can internalize this. Yeah. But we're not going to be able to Brisela this game, which is a bummer. We'll be able to internalize this, discard this land, no big deal. Opponent gets 2 black mana, probably can't do anything with it. Bro, what an AIDS deck our opponent's playing. This isn't even the most AIDS thing that I have seen, like, in the past day. I had an opponent who, I kid you not, destroyed, like, 10 of my lands. Like, 10 of them. Because they cast, like, 4 or 5. I say 10. It was, like, 8, 9. It was either 8 or 10. Anyway, they cast, like, 4 land destruction spells. And then, like, flashed them all back. Essentially. I don't remember what card they used to recast all of them. But it was the most cancerous game of Magic I have ever played. I want to say that I lost, but I can't remember. But it sounds like it'd be really hard to win after having no lands. So I probably lost that match. Like, unfortunately, I'm going to lose this match. Top deck Plains is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's exactly what I was hoping for, actually. I just want to concede. we can't win. It's so painful. God, waste not. I was gonna say I should try to build a waste not deck, but like I would rather have the Turgid because that's just funnier. Because then we get to steal whatever we make them discard. So like Turgid, but then yeah, like Turgid, and then run some cards like Pilfer or something. So that way we get to choose. It's so rude, though. Another Plains. Oh, my God. Dude, he's not even swinging at us. He doesn't want to win. He just wants to steal my shit. Chronos, 0. Put me out of my misery, my guy. Swing. If he doesn't swing out here, I'm going to concede. Swing. No. Absolutely not. Yeah, no, you don't get to play with your food, Chronos. Goodbye. Alright, so I guess I earned some more dislikes. It's very sad. One of these days, I'm going to win the very first game. But I will see you guys in the next match. Alright, here we are in another match. I just got up to go grab a watermelon monster. And we have Gisela and Bruna in opening hand. So, you know what? Even if I lose this game, you guys are going to see it too. Because, I mean, that's so unlikely to happen. It hasn't happened yet. Double Rasaad, a little unlucky because he's a legendary. Lay Down Arms. Nice. Lay Down Arms has been impressing me a lot. And it's probably going to become one of my like more common removal spells in mono white decks. Let's see. I think I just Rasaad here. Get rid of the Ginger Brute. And I'm actually not going to swing for 1. I'm expecting our opponent to have more hasty threats, and I'd rather keep the Spirited Companion up as a potential blocker to trade with one of their small creatures. Dude, this Gisela, though. Gisela, it's going to put in work against our opponent. I'm going to say no attacks still. Because the life gain from this, if they don't have like a lightning strike or something to kill Gisela, like it's going to do a lot against their deck. They didn't have it. The running shock, I think our opponent is maybe newer. Maybe they run both shock and play with fire. Or maybe they just don't know about play with fire. I would assume that they're probably running both and really just wanted shock in their deck as well. Okay, so let's see. From here, I could get rid of Scorch Spitter, which doesn't sound bad, actually. I'm going to go with Birth of Meletis. Grab Plains number 6. We're only 1 away from casting Bruna. But then I'm going to Rasaad. We're going to steal the Scorch Spitter. And now we're going to gain that 4 juicy life with Gisela. Nice. Yeah. Gisela alone could hard carry us through this match. Easy. Easy day. Chandra Spitfire. Okay. Man, that's really unlucky for our opponent. That matches up so poorly against our Gisela because it's got first strike, man. Like, Chandra's Spitfire will never touch us. If I just leave Gisela up as a bluff, Spitfire will never touch us. Alright. So land number 6, we're going to Inspiring Overseer. Hope we hit land number 7. And then hopefully we'll get out Bruna. That is not what I needed. I could board the Weatherlight. I guess I will just because. Another Birth of Meletis. Okay. So worst case scenario, it'll take 2 turns. I'm going to say no attacks, and we're going to end the turn. Why? Because like I said, Gisela matches up super well against the Chandra Spitfire. It will not touch us. Yeah. Oh my god, the lava coil. That was the worst thing we could have ever seen. The exile is so bad. That's so bad. Alright, this is a really big Spitfire now. That's going to get laid down to arms for sure. But we're definitely going to block because I'm not taking 13. That's a lot of damage. Well, this is really unfortunate now. I guess Bruna is going to hard carry us, but it's going to have to wait a turn because we need to lay down arms. We have nothing to block that Spitfire, and as you can see, or as you just saw, it can do a lot of damage. So we'll get rid of you. Get rid of you. No attacks. End the turn. Okay. Next turn, we will Bruna. Someone remind me to not play this land. I want to keep it in hand to discard to our Rasaad when we specialize it. Because I always forget that Specialize requires you to discard a card. It should really say it right here next to the 5 mana. Okay, it doesn't matter. We just picked up another land. Okay, so Bruna. Activate. Oh yeah, we get to bring something back still. Inspiring Overseer. Sure. I always forget about that. That if Gisela's not in there, we have other options. I don't play land. Seems good. Seems good. Opponent says good game. Yeah, they got no gas left. Getting rid of their Spitfire really locked it in for us. But man, that lava coil felt scary. It was scary, I'll be honest with you. But let's go, baby. Game number 2 was a dub. If only this could have been game number 1. But I will see you guys in the next match. Alright, here we are in another game. Opening hand. It's okay. That's going to be a lot of planes in our hand. And I mean like a lot of them. But if we can transform these, we're going to be in a pretty decent spot. Because we already have 3 creatures with different power just from what we have in hand. So the Birth of Meletis is going to give us a 0/4 wall. That's 1 creature with, well, that's 1 power, right? Ambitious Farmhand will be a 1/1 that's a different power. And then Inspiring Overseer is 2. So 0, 1, and 2. That's what you need for Coven. Activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. Easy day. Bloated Contaminator is a little bit big. But you know what? Rasaad is coming to the rescue. Easy day. Yo, Rasaad's good. He's really easy to kill, only being a 2/2, but man, can he slow down our opponents. I can see why Brutal Cathar is so popular in Standard. It's really good. It's just really good. This can't exile multiple things underneath it, but the Perpetual, you know, perpetually turning something into a 1/1 with no abilities, that's pretty good too. Lay down arms, more good removal. I think I just double Farmhand because I don't really want to lay down arms the Evolution Sage. Dude, so many planes. So many. I'm really thinking about cutting down the amount of planes in the deck because we pull so many. Look at that. The majority of our hand, planes. It's just nothing but lands. Which again, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but part of me does want to cut down on lands. I shouldn't though. I know I shouldn't because I'm going to end up, you know, missing land drops one of these games and it's going to piss me off. And I will have done it to myself. And having the lands to discard is good for, like, Rasaad. Like, right now, I can make him a 4/4. But, oh, yeah. Let's see. So I can flip one of these right now. So I'm going to drop another Ambitious Farmhand. Grab another Plains. This I will take that action. And we're going to turn this one into a 3/3. I could have gone to combat first, because you can use this ability at instant speed. It doesn't say activate only as a sorcery, which honestly surprises me. But we'll do it now. No big deal. Our opponent probably just takes a 3. Oh. They have a response. A way to give your thing indestructible, maybe? Cameo safekeeping. That'll do it. Okay. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. I got 2 more farmhands. I'm ready. Well, let's see. Next turn, we have 6 mana. If our opponent plays a threat, I'll specialize Rasaad and then lay down arms, but I just played a Roaring Earth, which I've never seen anyone use. I don't think. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. Or they could have channeled it, but that doesn't matter now. So, landfall. They're landfall? Really? What is this guy? He doesn't have landfall. He's just toxic and proliferate, right? Weird. Okay, we find a Gisela. So, I think that's definitely the move. I think Gisela seems like a very, very reasonable choice for this moment in time. And I can swing in for 4. Cool beans. Easy day. Our opponent has missed a couple land drops. As you can see, we're up to 6 already. They only have 4. Feels bad for a green deck with landfall. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, honestly. Oh. Okay. So, I think this guy isn't in here for the toxic. I think he's literally just in here for the proliferate. Which is cool and interesting. So, let's see. Rasaad, I can make a 4/4. Farmhands, I can make bigger. I could just lay down arms the Evolution Sage, which is kind of rude. So, I'm going to do that. We're going to Rasaad. We're going to specialize. We're going to discard a Plains, because we got plenty of them. Unless our opponent has a response. No? Cool. And we're going to lay down arms, or attempt to. We'll see if they have like another Cameo safekeeping, which they probably do. Hey, who called it? It was me. I called it. And we just swing 4 in the air over their head, because green's not great at blocking flyers. There's just not enough green creatures with reach. Not enough good ones. Like off the top of my head, I can think of like Kind of Industry. Great one, right? Phenomenal card. Blossom Prancer. That is a good one. That is a good one. Oh. Well, that felt bad. Okay. So they are a toxic deck. I didn't think that they were. But this Infectious Bite kind of guarantees, it kind of solidifies the fact that they are indeed toxic. Okay, interesting. Dude. This is exactly why we're running multiple Giselas, only one Bruna. Our poor opponent. I feel almost dirty doing this, but there goes Bruna. And we select Gisela out of our graveyard. Was this instant speed? It was. But it's just dealing damage. They might be able to kill Gisela before we go to the end step. Maybe. Were they too late? Do they have the answer? Can they do it? Don't have it. Don't have it. Don't have it. Don't have it. Oh, they didn't have it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes. And this is probably their only removal spell in the deck. Infectious Bite. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Each opponent gets a poison counter. Easy. Easy day. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna make both of these 3/3s. Play a land. I'll drop an Inspiring Overseer because why not? That'll be more damage we can swing next turn, and I can just swing out here. It's fine. If they want to block Rasaad and get back their Contaminator as a 1/1 with no abilities, that's okay. It will not affect this whatsoever. Let's go, baby. Yeah, get back that 1/1. That naked vanilla 1/1. Yeah, we got him. We got him, boys. I'll block with the wall. Not that I needed to, but because I wanted to. Alright, good game, opponent. Good game. Let's go, baby. That's another dub. See you guys in the next match. Okay. This is looking pretty solid. Love to see the Gisela early. Okay. Yeah, not bad. You know, Revitalize is actually one of the cards that I was thinking maybe could be replaced in the deck. The 2 copies of Revitalize and the 2 copies of Sunscourge Champion, they're like the iffiest cards in the deck. Like, I am the least convinced that they're good enough to be in the deck. Sunscourge Champion I added because it's like a personal... It's like a personal pick of mine. It's like a pet card. Because, well, I like it. I like it. It came from Amonkhet. I first started playing when Amonkhet came out. And it's not a bad card by any means. 3 mana, 2/3 on ETB, you gain 2 life. And then again, the Eternalize, I'm a big fan of the Eternalize ability. And the token for it looks awesome. In fact, let me try and pull up the token. Yeah, look at that token. Look at it. That's it. Eternalize is a 4/4 zombie. Like, come on, that's cool looking. But it's like, it's all right. We'll see how it does. Maybe I think it doesn't perform super well in the deck because there's only 2 copies, so I haven't seen it a lot. But then Revitalize. Revitalize, I feel like there's got to be a better card for digging through our library to again find our, you know, our angel horrors. Because like Spirited Companion, choosing between Spirited Companion or Revitalize, the better option is Spirited Companion. Without a doubt. 100%. It's not even a question. The 1/1 body as a blocker it'll save you more damage than a Revitalize will do. If that makes sense. Like, I guarantee on average, you save more health by having a 1/1 blocker than just by gaining 3 life. Would guarantee it. Would guarantee it. But there's nothing else that I can think of right now to replace Revitalize with. And I don't need a full set of Sunscourge Champions. I don't. But if I had like another thing that was similar to Board the Weatherlight, what did we lose? Oh, Gisela got exiled. That's really bad for us. But yeah, there's not another card that's similar to Board the Weatherlight that I want to run. At least not that I can think of. Man, that really hurt us though. That sucks. All right. I'm going to Birth of Meletis. Gonna grab a Plains. And then we're going to Inspiring Overseer. Something that you need to try to pay attention to a little bit in the deck is when you cast your Board the Weatherlights. Because we're shuffling our deck so much with Ambitious Farmhand and Birth of Meletis, when we go to grab those planes, you kind of want to watch out for when you play Board the Weatherlight. Because, let's see, we'll block there, that's fine. Play Phyrexian Vindicator, let's see if they have protection for our laydown arms. They do not. Good. Good. Oh, there's another Gisela. There's no way. There's no way. It's so unlikely. Dude, oh my god. They're going to have more removal. I know it. Elish Norn? Oh, what does it say? Okay, so I think this stops our ETBs, right? That's fine. Oh, come on. For one... I was going to say for one turn don't have removal. But it doesn't even matter. We don't have Bruna. Anyway, what I was trying to say, yeah. Watch out for when you play Board the Weatherlight. And pay attention to what you're putting on the bottom of your library. Dude, a Touch the Spirit Realm. All right, we're gonna lose this match. Feels bad. Feels very bad. Losing the mono white. I don't know, mirror match. It's not even really like a mirror match, because they're built around Elesh Norn, obviously. Bro, Gisela number 3? There's no way. Why are all these effects exile, though? That's so AIDS. If it was Graveyard, oh, I guess it wouldn't even matter, because Elesh Norn would stop Bruna's ETB. Man, Elesh Norn, this is bad. This mono white deck is a hard counter to ours, dude. Again, Gisela being in the graveyard, no problem. It being in exile, that's a problem. And I can't touch the Spirit Realm. I can't remove it. We have no removal for enchantments. Of course they have another one. Normally I would probably just scoop here, but because I'm recording for you guys, we're gonna stick it out and suffer. Yeah, we're gonna suffer together. Or I'm gonna make the wildest comeback like the world has never seen before. It's not gonna happen. Oh. Hey, yo, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Our opponent's actually giving me a good idea. I love Combat Thresher. I only played with it for the first time recently, and it's really good. Yo, wait a minute. That would be better than Sunscourge Champion and Revitalize, because Board the Weatherlight could even hit it. And I've had a lot of Board the Weatherlights still miss. But being able to hit Combat Thresher? Yo. There goes our opponent's own Ambitious Farmhand. Have we played one this game? No. Yo, Combat Thresher. I'm going to add Combat Thresher to the deck. I've already done the intro, which is a little unfortunate, but I'm going to make an update to the deck. And you know what? I guess I'll have to do a little more editing afterwards. Okay, see, watch this Board the Weatherlight. Watch it miss. It missed. You see that? Nothing. It hit nothing. But one of these could have been Combat Thresher. All right, you know, we're not going to suffer through this anymore. We're going to hit our opponent with a good game. I'm going to go make that change to the deck. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next match. All right, guys, here we are in game number 5. And a shout out to our opponent. Their name was Jay Vixen. Gross. Yeah, shout out to them for reminding me that Combat Thresher is a card. Because I think it's going to be a huge improvement to the deck. I really do think it's going to be good. Let's see here. I'm going to Birth of Meletis. I know that there's a Venerated Rot Priest sitting on our field, and I could have gotten rid of it with Lay Down Arms, but it's going to have to wait. They are playing the version Ivy. Okay. Ooh. Wait a minute. This doesn't say abilities. Yo, we don't even need the Lay Down Arms. See, we're fine. Because Rasaad will get rid of Venerated Rot Priest, and we won't get a poison counter because of it. Nice. And if we hit our land drop right here, we get Gisela down. I feel like their deck doesn't run a ton of removal. Right? Like, green removal spells are fight spells. And then blue, they really just bounces stuff. Alright, you got me. Infectious Bite. I was going to say, so their stuff, it's not that big. So I wouldn't think that they're running fight spells. But it was big enough for Rasaad. Okay, now things are a little bit scary looking. But there goes Gisela. So next turn, we will probably have to lay down arms. Also, I'm really glad we top deck our land. I was going to mention that. We're already at 5 Toxic. It's pretty scary. This is going to put us up to 6 by getting rid of Rot Priest. It's rough. It's going to be a close one, I think. Yeah, see, bounce effect. Yeah, we're getting rid of both of those this turn. This is unacceptable. We will Ambitious Farmhand. They're tapped out, so they don't have protection for Rot Priest, which is something to take note of. Lay down arms. You? Yep. You got nothing. You are tapped out, my guy. You got not a single thing. We'll get rid of that Thrumming Bird too. Taking no chances because we're at 7 already. 1/1 for this Roach. Toxic 1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, insects you control and insect cards in your graveyard, hand, and library perpetually gain Toxic 1. That is a nuts card. That is insane. Oh my god, we're up to 8. Alright, we might lose. What do I go with? The draws? I think I go for the draws, I guess. Just hoping to hit more removal. Another land is fine, I guess. I really want to get down Gisela because it's our most damage output that we currently have. Another Infectious Bite. We're at 9. We're dead. We're dead if they top deck one good card. Alright, Gisela. Farmhand. They have so many cards that proliferate. In fact, what's the blue one that we literally just saw? What is it? Experimental Augury. Okay, Thrumming Bird. That's not it. That's not game. Lay down arms. Do I hold it? Hold it for what? For Raw Priest? No. We get rid of the Thrumming Bird. This, I will prototype it. We'll get the draw. Rasaad. Might as well. Get rid of their Roach. And swing out. Dude, we have them on such a slow clock. They have like 4 draws that they get before we're going to be able to kill them. Oh, no. We did it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The reason I chose Rasaad over the Ambitious Farmhand was to demoralize our opponent. And they said good game. They gave up. They weren't dead on board yet. They had no reason to give up. The most damage we could have done. Let's see. I guess turning this into a 4/4. It's the same amount of damage as turning this into a 3/3. But that would have been 2, 4, 7, 11, 12 damage. Bro, they were fine for another turn. We were 1 away. We were 1 away from death and we lived. That's insane. Didn't we draw this off of the Combat Thresher? Or did we already have it? If we drew it off of Combat Thresher, I'm giving huge props to the Thresher for this game. If we didn't, whatever. It was still good. I will see you guys in the next match. Alright guys, this is going to be our final game. Opening hand, Bruna is so lucky. That is phenomenal. I already like our chances. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm feeling cocky after getting that win. Sneaking out that win against Toxic deck, dude. That's nuts. That was crazy. Our opponent, they gave up too early. They didn't need to. They had minimum 1 more draw. Minimum 1 more draw. All they needed was an Experimental Augury off the top. We lose. But that was crazy. That was a good game. It was nuts. Galagreeters, that can die. That can die right now. Spirited Companion, get our draw. And we're going to lay down arms that. Nope. That is not a card that I want to see sticking around. The opponent's playing Selesnya. I wonder if this is here for life gain. Maybe. Maybe. They're eyeing my farmhand. Can you kill it? Namster, can you kill the farmhand? Are you going to kill the dog? Are you going to kill the dog? It's kind of rude, if I'm being honest. It's kind of rude. That's honestly animal abuse. Cancelled. Cancelled. Soul Warden. There it is. Broker's Hideout. Okay. They'll gain a life. Yeah, I think this was in here for the life gain. I know it's a very versatile card, right? You can do lots of stuff. But I think it's in here for the life gain. I think I just prototype out the Combat Thresher. Opponent gains a life. And I'll swing with both of these. They will take no blocks. and, you know, they'll take the 2 damage. Easy day. I would like removal for the Soul Warden, but it's probably not even worth a lay down arms. If they're running... What's the card that I hate? Voice of the Blessed. If they're running something like Voice of the Blessed, or, you know, anything else that grows after you gain life, that's something that lay down arms should be saved for. I don't regret using our lay down arms though on the Gala Greeters. All right, it's a lot of Birth of Meletis on the bottom of our library currently. So now this is the best time to use Board the Weatherlight. Back to back is the best time, because those 4 cards that we just saw, guaranteed they're at the bottom. We don't have to worry about hitting those cards again. When we cast this Birth of Meletis, we're shuffling our deck, which means anything could now be on top. Those 8 cards that we sent to the bottom, they could be anywhere within the deck again. We hit the Combat Thresher though. We hit the Combat Thresher. If this had been Revitalize or Sunscourge Champion, we would have whiffed on the second Weatherlight. So hell yeah, Combat Thresher, dude. I am so stoked about it. You don't even know. It's phenomenal. And what's crazy is that our deck is already trying to get up to 7 mana, which means that we can hard cast this big boy. As a 7 mana 3/3 double strike, when there's a battlefield, we draw a card. Like we will consistently hard cast this with our deck. And that's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Our opponent, they have not done very much this game. They hit us for 1. Rude, but okay. So I could Combat Thresher right now, but I kind of want to hard cast it next turn, so I think I'm going to. I think it's greedy to not take the draw right now. In fact, I know it's greedy. I'm a greedy player. I am. I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to hold the Combat Thresher for next turn. We're going to drop it. If our opponent is running removal that we haven't seen yet, I think the Combat Thresher would be good enough bait to warrant removal. And there's no point in us playing out Bruna before Gisela. Yeah, so I'm not going to risk our Bruna, because again, it's a one-of. Resplendent Angel, okay. It's one hell of a card. It's one hell of a card. Don't gain a life. Wait, don't they need 5? They're at 4. Don't gain 1 more life. We take 2. Is Bruna big enough to contest? We might have to play Bruna, actually. No, we're not playing Bruna. Bruna will wait a turn, so that way we can hold up mana for Loran's escape. So, dude, this Angel is about to be a problem, though. It's getting too big, too fast. Hard cast, Combat Thresher. But yeah, it's gonna get so big that Bruna can't even contest as a 5/7. We need removal for the Resplendent Angel. That's not what I asked for, game. I did not need a Plains. This is going to be tough. Really, really tough. I'm telling you, if I can't find an answer for this Resplendent Angel, we're screwed. That thing generates so much value, and I love this card. I don't even know if I've built a deck for it on Arena before, like ever. I know I don't have a video of this on YouTube, but like even way back when I was like, you know, trying to stream on Twitch and stuff. Fuck. I don't think I ever built around it. I have a physical deck built around this though. I do. I have a 60 card deck with full sideboard built. It's over, you know, in my collection right now. It's built around Resplendent Angel because it's so good. Okay, if I play Bruna, Resplendent Angel becomes a 7/7. And it just contests Bruna anyway. So I'm not going to use Bruna to block. So I'm going to Inspiring Overseer. And hope we find that removal. Please, 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 please. Please. Combat Thresher. You can do it. Show me lay down arms. Pretty please? Pretty please? You're a bitch. Ah, god damn it, Combat Thresher. I hate you. No attacks. It's looking rough. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's looking real rough. Oh, there's removal. This says hexproof and indestructible. Thank goodness. A clue? I'll crack. Give me that. I'll crack this immediately. Let me crack it. Let me crack the clue token. Let me crack it. Oh, they're gonna get back nothing. Haha, because Galagritas, he got exiled. Joke's on you. Let me crack the clue already. Give me priority. Oh wait, are we dead in the air? Oops. Huh. When did Inspiring Overseer die? And a Book of Exalted Deeds. Damn, we're gonna lose. That sucks. It's gonna ruin our win rate. Alright, I will see you guys in Final Thoughts. Alright guys, here we are in Final Thoughts. Let's see, Final Thoughts. Deck overall, not bad. Could be a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. One of these losses, we're 7-7 with the deck. One of these losses, I lost because I was trying to record melding Brisela for the intro, right? And because of that, I thought I was like really ahead of my opponent. So I started misplaying on purpose to try and keep them in the match longer so that they would stick around. And I ended up losing it because I got down to like bottom 25 cards in my library and still couldn't find Bruna. So I wasn't able to meld. And then I lost. Yeah. So one of these losses should not count against us. We really should be 8-6 with the deck. But yeah, I don't know. The deck's been doing all right. Even win rate, that's not terrible. Considering that we're playing a combo deck where we're only allowed to use a combo deck that requires, 2 pieces. And I can only run, again, a total of 4 of them. The 3 Giselas and then a single Bruna. We're doing decently. If you wanted to make a real deck around this, like a non-budget version, it's decently strong. It is. The problem with Brisela, though, it's a problem that I was having when I was streaming earlier and trying to get these other crazy cards out. It doesn't have built-in protection, at least not that much of it. It says your opponents can't cast spells with mana value 3 or less, which does shut off a lot of removal spells, but not all of them. It doesn't shut off board wipes, like, at all. So, like, it's a pretty safe card. It's a moderately safe card. It doesn't have built-in Shroud, Hexproof, or Indestructible, though, which is what I would really like to see on a creature of this magnitude, right? Of this much effort, I would like to see something like that. Like, for instance, I was playing around with Thing in the Ice earlier. It's a lot of effort to flip this, especially on a budget deck. Being on a budget deck, it doesn't make it any easier. But when it flips, you get a 7/8 Kraken Horror. When this creature transforms into Awoken Horror, return all non-horror creatures to their owner's hands. Cool, but then it still just dies to any removal spell. It's a vanilla 7/8 at that point. It's just not that good. And then, but then I was also playing around with like Westfell Abbey. This one, see, this is a little bit more what I would like to see. It's a 9/7 flying lifelink, indestructible, and haste. Indestructible. That's better. Westfell Abbey, way more worth the effort than Thing in the Ice, simply because your Ormondal Profane Prince has indestructible. So yeah, I think overall, I'm pretty happy with the deck, even though our win rate is only like even. Like, I think I'm pretty satisfied with it. And I do like trying out new cards like Board the Weatherlight. And I was very excited to throw in Combat Thresher. That was a very nice upgrade for the deck. Loran's Escape, haven't really gotten a ton of use out of it, but I still like it in the deck. Lay Down Arms, good removal spell. Should definitely be using it. Rasaad, I've been enjoying Rasaad. Yeah, that's it. If I'm playing another mono white deck that's creature heavy, Rasaad's a good option that I will have in the back of my mind. Like, it's solid. I think that's about all I got, though. So yeah, if you guys wanted to know what it's like to build a Bruna and Gisela deck, if you want to know if it's worth the wild cards, it's up to you. I still don't think it's the most competitive thing ever. Even on a non-budget deck, like, you could flip it more consistently, right? By running more copies of, you know, your combo pieces. But it still has the same issues, still dies to board wipes. Counter spells could be an issue too. Not that it really matters. I mean, there's nothing you can really do against counter spells, I don't think. And it doesn't really matter. Everything is vulnerable to counter spells. Pretty much everything. I say go for it. It's fun though. It's satisfying to flip it. I enjoy it. It doesn't have trample. That's something to keep in mind too. 9/10 flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink. The flying is usually enough to connect, but you know, just keep that in mind for certain matchups. It doesn't have trample. So if your opponent has a lot of flying blockers, it might be difficult to connect. Yeah. Alright, I think this has been long-winded enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.